At Doug's wake, people got up and said wonderful things about him, but he wasn't there to hear it. I don't want that to happen to me. I want to hear how people feel about me. I want to be there to listen as they salute my grace, my wit, my inner beauty.
Ma, writers cost money.
I think some of the stuff you do is illegal. I'm looking into it.
Miserable.
Let's try to get along. Mrs. Claxton, I don't know if you remember me. Dorothy Zbornak.
Sure, I know you. You're the one with nothing going on in your bedroom.
Why, you miserable! The first really wonderful guy I've met in a long time, and he turns out to have a more serious involvement.
With whom?
Pam Dauber. The church. Or at least he did until he met me.
You know, you take the religious aspect out of this, and it's really quite romantic. A man giving up everything for the woman he loves, kind of like the...
I know.
Oh, girls, I just had the most disturbing dream.
Oh, what was it?
Well, I was stranded on a desert island with Tom Selleck, Ted Danson, and Steve Gutenberg. 3 men and no baby. They kept passing me around and kissing me and powdering.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bob Hope.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Did you hear that Ronald Reagan has just moved back to Hollywood? That's just what Hollywood needs, another unemployed actor. And do you know Reagan...
Ought to be. No, I was talking about Mr. William Buster Collier, the president of the Chamber of Commerce.
Oh, that presidential inauguration.
You know, Buster wanted me to be his first lady, but he died 2 days later.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He was performing his first official function, breaking a bottle of champagne.
Bringing a pine log, check a bull for a hernia?
I guess the really rough part is getting him to turn his head and cough.
Come on, Rose, pick a category we can compete in. All right, what about that dance marathon? Whose butt got whooped that night? How did you know that...
You startled me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Next time I'll knock.
Like your bathrobe.
Yeah. Kids gave it to me for Father's Day.
I wish I had that knack.
This is Mama. Hi. Nothing's wrong. Do I have to have a reason to call you? Just thought I'd call and see how you're doing. Really? Oh, that's great. You know, Janet, I was thinking maybe I could just sneak away for a few days and... Rich, eligible men. I put an ad in the paper saying I have a Mercedes for sale for a very low price.
Blanche, you don't have a Mercedes.
But I'm renting one and pretending it's for sale. All day tomorrow, men are going to be showing up here for a test drive. The kids from burning the school down before the other teacher gets back.
Now, normally you'd be right, but this class knows that I'm filling in for the whole semester. And I must say, it's really nice having the same class every day and watching them grow and learn. And, of course, they're not trying any of that usual substitute shenanigans.
Dorothy and Blanche. Buddy Rourke after all these years.
You don't know who he is, do you, Rose?
Haven't a clue.
Please, don't be embarrassed. We never met before.
Well, then exactly how would you have known her anywhere?
From Charm.
Thank you.
Actually, I was talking about the apartment, but I'll take Wise.
That way I'd have all the latest gossip around town.
Oh, you read me the gossip. In fact, I remember there was some kind of a scandal with a neighbor, I think. The name was, let's see, oh, thank you.
Phineas Wiggler? I can't believe you remember that.
Well, in all fairness, Phineas Wiggler is a...
I wonder why it is people don't like to hire older women.
Probably makes them feel uncomfortable. You know, they feel like they're bossing their mothers around. Ma, stop that! It's understandable.
It's been a real pleasure. Good night. Lucy, you're grounded for the rest of your stay here.
Aunt Blanche, wait! You're embarrassing me. Now, why don't you go get a good night's sleep and we'll talk about it when I get home tomorrow?
I don't think you heard what I said. You are not going anywhere.
Aunt Blanche, I'm 20 years old. I'm going wherever I please.
Mandrell, would that get me on the show?
No, but if you're ever in prison, I bet it'd get you everyone's dessert. Oh, this is terrible. The ladies' auxiliary puts me in charge of the variety show, and we can't come up with one decent act.
I was just thinking, it's too bad we're not back in St. Olaf.
I'm not really a comedian.
Oh, boy, it's a little hot up here.
How hot is it?
I don't know, but it's really hot.
Hi-ho!
As I said before...
You got one of these right. No, Rose, the Abbott. He told me I had to choose between the church and your mother. I chose God. I think I have his forgiveness. But now, more than anything, I'd like your forgiveness.
I don't know.
hell does that mean?
Don't get smart with me. If I was a short, bald guy in a diaper spouting this gibberish, I'd be running Indian.
Well, I guess this is it.
Yep, guess so.
Isn't it funny how things turn out? Being dead really changed my life.
Oh, Ma, I hate it when you're right, and I guess I knew you were right all along.
But what are you going to do, Dorothy?
Well, I'll have to have a talk with Eddie. I mean, it is obvious that this relationship has to taper off. All right, I'll end it.
Richard, you know I am very, very fond of you. But I think we have a problem.
A problem? Let's look at it.
Well, when you first proposed to me, the thing that scared me the most was the idea of being a mother again. Dorothy, you do that one more time, I'm gonna write on this wall for a good time called Dorothy's Bornak.
Blanche, this is the ladies' room.
Right.
Jen, honey, I think you should go and talk to Jen.
Rose?
It's a big rock, you know.
Yeah, I suppose it is, but a full moon, Rose, makes me feel frisky. Makes me want to do something I've never done before.
Like what? I'd make you some nice hot milk, and then we're going to pile you into bed.
Rose, you're my friend, so I'm gonna let you read a few pages, but you have to give me your word you won't tell anyone. Your word.
Of course, and then will you sleep?
Whatever. I can trust you. I know I can. You're from Minnesota.
George. Promise me one more thing.
What?
Promise me you'll never die.
$600, you get a siren that your neighbors ignore. But with our deluxe system, an armed guard is here within 5 minutes.
I want something that electrocutes an intruder.
How much more is the deluxe system?
Ladies, we're talking about the difference between being here in the morning or being steak tartare.
I was just going to make some lemonade. I bet you girls could really use some.
Great.
Okie dokie.
Sophia, remember, we swore we don't tell anybody.
Not even Dorothy. I think I owe it to her. It was her money.
Nobody. I just couldn't stand the humiliation. You want the world to know the time since I've done this, and I'm sorry. You have given me a lot to be thankful for. My wonderful children, my health, a beautiful body, legs to die for. A face that is stunningly sexy and yet has the...
Oh, my nose!
Are you all right, honey?
Wonderful, wonderful. I always wanted to have a nose like Joe Frazier.
Ma, how long were you listening at the door?
I wasn't listening at the door.
Oh, then why was your face pressed against the crack?
That's what the crow
Lucy!
Get out!
This is just great. I mean, everything this whole night has been nothing but fun.
You really need to get out more, Rose.
Come on, Dorothy, admit you're having fun. It's kind of like being on an adventure.
An adventure? My foot. It's more like a nightmare. You're going to see a game.
Mama offered to drive us over to Vero Beach to see the Dodgers play. Jeremy's a big baseball fan.
Becky's a bigger one. Becky's a bigger everything.
Not everything, Jeremy.
It's a little surprise. We're not visiting Lillian as much as we're breaking her out.
What? We can't do that. I mean, that's wrong. What if we get caught?
Lillian is a great friend. Will you do it, please?
Well, okay.
Good. I'll keep the staff busy. You get Lillian.
Does Ken know how you feel?
He asked me how I felt, if I had a good time, and I had to tell him the truth. I just didn't fit in with the other clowns' wives.
Dorothy, I've been thinking it might help you get your mind off this Ken thing for a while. Why don't you join up?
Nice. Miami is nice. Miami is... Wait a minute. You put in an extra Miami is nice.
I had to. It hurts the music if you don't put it in.
Yeah, but the lyrics don't make any sense. I mean, it goes, Miami is nice, so I'll say it twice. Rose, you're home early.
Yeah. I called Charlie's company today, and it turns out they have a legal right to cut off the pension. Well, I don't make enough at the counseling center to live without that pension, so I figured I'd better get a new job.
I'm helping her. Look, we're going through the classifieds and cutting out ads that might be of some interest to her.
Single white man.
Hey! Rose, for the past half hour, you've been humming jingle bells and yelling, hey. Now, why must you do that?
Because it's too hard to hum the hay.
Oh, boy, it is hell out.
So, the reason you want to use our cars is so you can deliver pizzas?
No, actually, what I would really like for you girls to do is be my drivers. I belong to the front office, supervising, franchising, teasing the high school girls that work for me. I sense I may have just lost you. Oh, what the...
You believe this? The stripper's here and we're missing it all because of these stupid blindfolds.
Okay, Farillo, drop your pants. It's time for a little search and seizure.
Touch me again and you're going to prison, lady.
Honk, honk! Say, as I realize how much you mean to me and that I don't need anybody else. I want to be a one-man woman and you're it. Mel Bushman, I love you.
So 90 years old, he gets naked and goes off down the street, right past these two old ladies, Carlotta and Maria. Maria turns to Carlotta and says, "What the hell was that?" And Carlotta says, "I don't know, but whatever it was, it sure needs ironing."
David, that's who. I tell you, that car was there 3 hours ago when I left. Blanche, the man is obviously obsessed with you. And I think he's a little nutty.
Now, look, I've been involved in these fatal attractions before. I can handle this. I'll just go out there and...
What's inside, a pit or a pearl? This is a 25-cent nectarine.
Fine, sold.
Blair, don't stand there like a bump on a pickle. Give the man a quarter.
Did your friend die?
Rose, he hasn't come here yet.
Oh, well, you certainly look black.
Wait, Rose, did you get me a partner for the bowling tournament?
Sure did. You're all signed up.
It's him.
Want me to get it?
You know, Abby, something like that happened to me in St. Olaf. Sure, I understand. Yeah, this is a good time to replace the batteries in your smoke alarm. That's odd. She hung up. Oh, Sophia, you're up. Were we making too much noise?
The grocery shopping today?
Yeah, something you want?
Pick up a couple of chicken breasts, and why don't we say 40? Better make that 45 tubes of sunscreen.
Oh, Sophia, I've made that mistake before. The best thing to do is just turn the oven down if you don't want the chicken to burn.
Rose.
Dan.
Ladies and gentlemen, you now have enough clues to solve these murders. Who did it? How? And why?
The butler did it.
I'm a maitre d'.
Thank you. The maitre d' did it.
Philip did it.
Gloria did it.
It was Kurt.
And the winner of tonight's Volunteer Vanguard Award is Rose Nyland. The crowd goes wild. Thank you. Thank you. What a surprise. I'm absolutely speechless.
Satisfied customers. I was thinking about having my breasts done like hers.
All right, Blanche, but you think black really suits you?
I was talking about the shape. See, these are...
I took several art courses in college, and I've also substituted in art appreciation classes in the public school system. Huh?
Mr. Allen, Dorothy was telling you about her background.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a little distracted. It's not every day a man comes home with
them, but he's a prime suspect in a major crime spree.
Where?
Palm Springs, California.
It's good to be mayor.
Let's go.
Sorry. Okay, I got it. My Uncle Carlo always used to say, honesty is the best policy. Of course, Uncle Carlo died a penniless drunk.
I don't understand.
The point is, if you're honest every second of...
Rose, the singing group. He's the one in the middle. Used to be on the end till Lionel Richie left.
You and Jeffrey been spending a lot of time together.
Oh, yes. You know, just when I'd given up hope of meeting someone, along came the most gallant, sophisticated, charming man I'd met in ages.
And I bet he knows how to tile to understand the reasons you're doing what you're doing. Can I talk to you? Daddy, when a man reaches your age, why, he might start wondering about who's going to be there to take care of it.
Yes, he does.
Me.
The old one isn't so crazy about you.
Roger likes everybody else in the office. I don't know why he doesn't like me. I go out of my way to be friendly. You know that happy thought of the day that I write down and give to everyone? He doesn't even like that. But I have a plan. I've been tinkering with the heater, trying to get it to work.
Oh, Rose, you're a genius.
Boy, that's a sentence you don't hear every day.
She's working great now, except for one little thing. I turned the air conditioner on instead of the heater, and now it won't go off.
Great! Now it's going to be colder inside than it is outside.
I think... Dorothy.
Oh, Dorothy. Oh, that's right. Yeah, honey. You keep an eye on her.
Ma, could you narrow that down a bit?
The what's his name on TV, on the news, the one who glues his head to the ceiling.
Oh, I think she means that consumer reporter on Channel 8, Enrique Mas.
That's the guy.
Hey, that's not such a bad idea. He helps a lot of people. Well, I believe he must be the...
Because with trust, anything is possible.
Anything.
Well, not to be overly cautious, but I do think I'll go put these in the safe.
Oh, I understand. There's a safe?
So, you're Blanche's thief.
I guess my very favorite Christmas ever was in New York. It was Christmas 1932. You remember, Ma?
Do I remember? No.
Well, my family doesn't stay in touch much during the year, but come Christmas time, we all somehow manage to make it back home. You remember that?
Are you all right, Mr. Gordon?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Sorry, it won't happen again.
At least not until you're out of here.
Blanche, Karen and I are back together.
Karen.
Can lose their looks.
Not in Sicily. In Sicily, if you're born beautiful, you stay beautiful. The whole town sees to it. They check up on you, they encourage you, they never let you slip. That's why we were so happy when Dorothy was born.
Oh, Ma.
Who needed all those people bothering us all the time?
Sorry. He said that tomorrow he wants to introduce me to his family. Now, if that is not the last step before a marriage proposal, I don't know what is.
Oh, that is wonderful.
Girls, I'm so excited. Just imagine being Richard's wife. I would be married to a gorgeous, intelligent man. I'd be living
Like someone walking slowly up creaking stairs.
We don't have stairs.
I know. How strange is that? What are you doing?
Well, I thought I heard a prowler outside.
Oh, my God, Dorothy, why didn't you call the police?
Oh, no. It turned out it was a neighbor's cat trying to mate with our plastic flamingo.
At 20, a man is at his peak, and a woman in her 40s is also at her peak. So when the two come together, hot damn!
Lorraine, if you want a young man, fine. Just make it a young black man. Why, I could name 10.
Blanche, you okay?
Oh, yeah, fine.
I was just checking.
Would you sit with me for a minute?
Sure, Blanche. Well, you were doing a lot of talking in your sleep. The Oak Ridge Boys, Rose. Our names.
Oh. Gee, I'm not sure about this. I mean, when you think about Christmas, don't you think about giving gifts?
Yes, but that's not the first thing. You know, when I think of Christmas, I think of Christmas in New York. The deck.
Come on, sing something for us.
Something wrong, Sophia?
I don't believe it. My Dorothy is popular. After 60 years of bargaining with God, it's finally happened. Per our agreement, I'm off to Calcutta to work with the poor.
And as your leader, I must decree that the fault indeed lies with Nolan.
Well, since we're being honest, Dorothy, I have a question for you. You're supposed to be my best friend. Best friends are supposed to be able to confide in my looks.
No, I'd say that you were one of the prettiest friends.
One of?
The Blanche. The prettiest. What would you say about me?
Dorothy, come on.
I told you. You can tell me.
All right. Well,
I don't feel any tingling. When's it going to hit me?
Sophia! What are you doing?
I was making a souffle and it got away from me.
Have a ball. Of course, the only problem was that our town theater was designed for silent movies.
They never put in a sound system?
No. Luckily, our school teacher, Miss Sigerson, was an expert lip reader. She'd do all the dialogue. And although there were some problems sometimes, through most of Citizen Kane...
We'll tell you what's wrong with us if you tell us what's wrong with you.
That really won't be fair, will it, Stein? I mean, now they know what's wrong with us.
Well, Dorothy, the sooner we do this, the sooner you're rid of me.
Gotta go.
Wait a minute. Where are you going? I thought you were staying till the end of the week.
Well, I just got a call for a gig in New Orleans, and this time I don't have to wear a tie.
Good luck to you, sweetheart. And you call me when you get there.
I will.
Here we are.
Oh, I love your whole Mama.
Oh, thank you. Well, honey, tell me, how's your modeling career been going?
Well, to be honest, Mama, not too well lately.
What have you been doing?
You mean besides eating?
Why are you doing that, Sophia?
It's a power move. The three of us against one of him, and I get to look down on him.
Ma, Mr. McCracken's here.
Well, ladies, let's get down to business. I've got to get back.
What the hell are you talking about?
Ask the towel lady.
Lesson about leaving keys on the table.
I can't believe this. How did it happen?
Well, you know how I like to meet rich men by gently rear-ending expensive cars at red lights?
Yeah.
Well, you say that like it isn't great. Rose, it's the perfect plan. You get to meet the guy, exchange addresses.
Hi, Sophia. Hi, Al. You hear anything on the wiretap yet?
Save your breath. He can't hear a word with those things on his ears.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've been entertaining myself all afternoon. Watch. Hey, you dumb bachicaloop. Your face looks like the rear end of a donkey.
That it was not about sex. There's a lot more than that to Blanche Devereaux. My dream was to be a great scientist, work in a laboratory, do research, find a cure for the common cold.
You know, Blanche, I owe you an apology. I really thought...
Then I'd knock all those test tubes off the table, grab a PhD, and show those lab rats.
Lord, for making him live under those terrible conditions. But Angelo wouldn't give us his name.
Our Cecilia never squeals, never. Did you offer him money?
No.
Never, he wouldn't.
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, our research department will find that heartless Shylock. And if they don't...
Thank goodness. Everything's all right.
No, except for what I have to tell you.
Oh, it wasn't about the dress?
It was about Rose and Buddy. That business of giving him money has been bothering me, so I decided to do some checking.
Oh, good. Oh, good. I'm so glad you girls are here. Listen, I acted so stupid last night. I apologize. I need to talk.
Why, Blanche? No matter what we say, you're going to end up doing exactly what you want.
We told you last night you were pushing away a terrific guy, and you did, didn't you?
Yes, but you don't understand why I pushed John away.
Honey, we just saw Stanley leaving. Are you all right?
Would you do me a favor?
Oh, of course, Uncle Angelo, anything.
I want you to sleep with this man.
Forget it.
Please, I'm begging you as a man of the cloth.
Now I know how Jessica Hahn must have felt.
And I said, I know someone really well who could just knock this out of the park. And that's how it started.
And in terms of casting, was Estelle Getty in the mix in the beginning, or did you?
She was the first one.
Gee, that might even get you on the 6 o'clock news.
Well, the table on the lanai is all set. I guess Rebecca should be here with Jeremy any minute.
Blanche, did Rebecca bring Jeremy to Miami just to meet you?
I don't know. She didn't say, and I didn't want to ask.
But you think he might be her boyfriend?
Oh, I don't think so. I didn't see any pictures of him when I went...
Hey, mum's a word. He's in the shower, right? Hey, yo, Ted.
Stanley, your brother isn't here.
Where is he?
Well, how should I know? He left last night around 11:30.
That doesn't make sense.
You're telling me?
Oh, this is strange.
Class president in the 3rd grade.
Why, what does that have to do with anything?
Well, his campaign slogan was "Vote for me and I'll show you my wee-wee." He won by a landslide.
I must have done it wrong. Maybe I ought to put it on suck.
Oh, hello, ladies.
What'd the doctor say?
Oh, bad news.
Rose, what the hell are you doing?
How do you know those words?
I guess it's from reading the American Journal of Abnormal Psychology. It's published in St. Olaf, you know. In fact, my Uncle Gunter used to be the editor.
And what were you, the centerfold?
I'm sorry, but I refuse to believe you.
Yesterday it was the 12th annual. Sunrise, sunset, sunrise.
Dorothy,
sun-
now cut it out. What are we going to do?
We'll figure out some arrangements. We always make do. Besides, everything will work out fine as long as I do not have to sleep with Rose.
Me? Why don't you want to sleep with me?
You're leaving.
Then I better pack.
You know what I'm going to miss about Sophia most? It's all that good advice she gives us.
Well, I guess living all those years, she has a lot to draw on.
If she doesn't have anything to draw on, she just... Uncle Nunzio, but we call the goat a pet. Anyway, Ma, I want you to drag out anything that'll jog your memory about the old days.
You know, people in St. Olaf are lucky. We all have the same family tree. You can trace each of us back to the same brother and sister.
Oh, her roommate, the human Slinky.
Shut up, Claxton.
Were there any other faces recognizable on those pictures?
You shut up too, Ed.
Stop waste just like home. Oh, hi, Ma. Oh, here, Dorothy. I want to know what you think of my pasta pesto. It's for the Boscos. They'll be here any minute.
Ma, this is...
Hey, Miles, visiting hours at the hospital are until 10.
Oh, please tell him I hope his leg feels better.
Oh, he feels great. He says a week in bed is just what he needs.
Tell him I'll drop by to see him again tomorrow. I went by that thimble museum. I got him a thimble from France. See,
Relationship that has very special problems, and only you and Jonathan can decide whether those problems are worth working out.
I can appreciate what you're going through, Rose. I once went through a very similar situation myself.
You once dated a little person?
Oh, no. No, what I was referring to.
And it was Miami Nice, and it was very funny. Is there anything about like retired people in Miami? And the writer we were with said, well, I'm not interested in writing old women. He's been out of the business a long time.
Footsie in years. Charlie never wanted
Rose, Frank and Dorothy might want to play footsie.
Oh.
How do I look?
Beautiful.
Go back and change. Oh, honey, that outfit might be all right for a gay funeral in New Orleans, but it's...
When we sat down to our meal, Nick ordered a whiskey neat and a shrimp cocktail, which was positively uncanny because Miles always began his meal with a whiskey neat and a shrimp cocktail.
You haven't had much experience with the uncanny, have you, Rose?
Oh, Rose,
Rose, I thought I heard your voice.
Blood.
I knew it.
And then I put them away. I wanted more softness, more sweetness. So I went to my sketches of Rose.
You mean that's me up there?
No,
Who is it?
it is all of you. The answer...
In pain when you could be completely cured in just one night. Dorothy, that doesn't make sense.
It makes sense to me. I don't like doctors. I don't like hospitals.
Nobody likes hospitals, but there's nothing to be scared of.
Oh, really, Rose? What about blood? What about death? What about those 90s that don't close up in the back? Then you'll bring it up.
Time for my shake.
Honey, how you doing with this diet?
Oh, no problem. Piece of cake. Nice big piece of chocolate cake. Devil's food, smothered in whipped cream and coconut flake.
One of the toughest guys in my high school. He smoked, he drank, he made those rude noises under his armpit. I was totally in love with him. And when he asked me to go to the senior prom, I was thrilled. Oh, when I came down the stairs all dressed, Oh, poor Blanche.
Blanche, I know you need some time to think it over.
You're damn right I do. We're talking about a vital organ of my body here.
I know.
You gonna give it to her or not?
Well, it's been a long day, especially for you, Blanche. But I'm really enjoying this. Sitting here, just the three of us having a quiet cup of coffee together. Jerry, hello.
Hello, Rose. I'm sorry about all this. Oh, sorry. There's no need to be sorry. I'm a man who acknowledged he had a problem, and I'm seeing somebody about it. Now,
Goodbye, Stan. He's our mailman. We've just allowed him to get a little too close.
Jerry, I'd like you.
Because all you got were bills. Listen to this part at the end. Tell me if you think Joanne's a lesbian.
Wow.
Hi, Sophia. Well, hi, Dorothy. Guess what I've got?
A friend who's a lesbian?
Better. I picked up our...
Blanche, what do you say?
I say go and have a good time.
Oh, thank you.
Blanche, that was sweet of you.
Well, Dorothy's a good friend. Besides, who knows? Maybe this guy will turn out to be cute.
Lusted, just crying out to be released. I've never said this to another man, Ham, but I feel a heat between us, kind of a flame crackling and hissing. I want you to put that flame out, Ham. I want you to pluck me like a fruit and wash me off in your...
I'm gonna hate myself for asking, but whatever happened to Lars's missing leg?
Oh, they found it at the annual Edelweiss in Jarlsberg Choral Festival. Uncle Bennett used it to beat off the wolves when he was setting up the bleachers.
Just as I...
People. Isn't that right, Rose?
No, it was because in the drought of '49, their house melted and kept the town from dehydrating.
Listen, Ma, I have an idea. Why don't you come and play golf with Raymond and me?
I would love to, but I don't own any ugly...
The brilliant one. She sat in my daddy's lap for 16 years. Oh, and she was hateful. You know what she used to do? She used to bite herself on the arm and then run crying to Daddy that I had done it and he'd punish me. Oh, she got me in trouble all the time. Daddy used to call me the bad seed. Once she even electrocuted him. And I know they do, but, you know, he hardly has time for them. Or for me. I'm starting to wonder if maybe the main reason he wants me for his wife is because he needs a mother for his children.
Well, honey, if you think that's true, you'd better find out.
I intend to. I'm going to ask him straight out.
As you've said the same thing to me just that way ever since I was in the 3rd grade. That's sweet.
It's not sweet. It's pathetic. 52 years and you never stopped off anywhere. Get a life. So did you teach anybody anything today?
Well, I tried, but it seems...
Sorry.
Now try the veal piccata. You'll weep.
Sophia, very sweet.
Run, move it, you little panty waist on the double!
Rose, take it easy. You're pushing them too hard, honey. They're only kids.
Oh, you're right, Dorothy. I've just been under so much pressure. I never would have volunteered if I had known all the work that was involved. I need help.
Mostly with your lipstick. And with Kelly applied makeup with...
I made a fool of myself, didn't I?
Yes.
Well, I feel awful, just awful.
Listen, if you don't want tonight to turn into a total disaster, you have to stop being so self-conscious.
Oh, well, you're right, of course. Dr. Newman is a guest in our home. If I'm self-conscious, he'll be ill at ease. I can't allow that to...
We're gonna know the true age of Blanche Devereaux. Deleted by authority of the governor. Well, these are all like that.
Rose, you know what this means.
Yeah.
Ladies, I'm afraid I'm running a little late. May I just ask you a few questions?
Well, of course. Go right ahead.
What do you call an inhabitant of Guam?
I don't know. Guamanian, I guess. What does this have to do with renting the room?
I sit with my back to the wall. Except any diner in Newark, where if you're against the wall, you stick.
Hi, Blanche. Shouldn't you be lying down?
Yes, but I'm tired of being on my back.
I can't stand it anymore.
I thought you said everybody loved Lucy.
She's talking about Kate and Dennis.
How long have they been in there?
Since Lucy went to Scotland.
Is going to be filled with nothing but joy and laughter.
Thank you, Sophia.
Don't thank me. Thank the Miami Herald. It's your horoscope.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning.
I hope you don't mind, Doctor. These are my friends.
Not at all.
Ladies, in her all too infrequent letters, Blanche has spoken of you both in glowing terms. I feel real lucky to get the chance to know you personally.
Why, thank you, kind sir.
You'll have to excuse Rose. Every time a man speaks Southern at her, she goes all stupid.
Splurged? Okay, 1 year we went to Chicago to tour the stockyards. But it was our 20th anniversary. We had a romantic trip coming.
You must have been the envy of every woman in St. Olaf.
Oh, it was more than the stockyards. We even got to...
I was married 45 years. My husband spoke perfect English. Never understood a word I said. Toshiro, I think it's time you learned some English. Lesson number 1. Kiss.
Oh, Stan, they're beautiful. They're just absolutely beautiful, but I mean, it's too much.
I know. I can't believe how expensive roses got since the last time I sent them to you.
Yeah, well, everything's gotten more expensive since Truman left office. Stan, listen, we really have to talk about last night.
We sure do.
Just trying to help me, and I can't stay mad at my best friends. After all, we've eaten over 500 cheesecakes together. Besides, you weren't raised in St. Olaf. It's not your fault you're chronic two-faced liars.
Oh, Dr. Harry West.
Killer! Well, look on the bright side. It could be good.
I was looking on the bright side.
What a day.
Why, what's the matter? Where's Magda?
You mean Flora?
I'll show you the answer to a riddle. What's Irish and stays out all night?
I don't know. What, Rose?
Patio furniture.
I'm gonna get you for this, Bob.
Well, Bob.
She's smart.
Well, yeah.
Hot damn.
Hi, Blanche. I was sitting home feeling sorry for myself, so I thought I'd do some risk-taking and invite myself over. Here.
Wait a minute, Ma. 3 of these people are dead.
Who are they gonna tell?
Hi.
Oh, hi, Blanche.
There you go.
Blanche, you've been gone 3 hours and you only got one guy to sign this petition?
Well, give me a chance to freshen up and change clothes.
I'm gonna miss you.
And at 3 o'clock, we're going to visit the wreck of the Santa Juanita, and then we'll finish off the day with a sunset hike up the mountain to explore a dormant volcano. All right, forget the volcano.
No, Rose, I just killed a mosquito on you.
Make way for the victors.
You won the big game?
No, Rose, we lost, and we all changed our names to Victor. Of course we won. Now it's time for ice cream.
Yeah! Good going, guys.
Yeah. You know, it's really been interesting. I got hit, did chores, learned all about handicapped animals. All in all, it hasn't been half bad. And if it's all right with you, I wouldn't mind living here full time.
A celebrity auction is where famous people donate personal items to bid on for charities.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great idea, Blanche, but it's a little late. I mean, how are we going to find celebrities to donate stuff and donate it fast?
Well, I can pull some strings. It so happens I know some famous people.
Who?
Well, I don't want to divulge.
Oh, thank you, Blanche. That was a great idea.
It's great bringing 2 idiots closer together.
I think that's the motto of the St. Olaf Telephone Company.
I'm getting nervous. Just think to... Unfortunately, when he got to Duluth, he took a left instead of a right, and he wound up back in St. Olaf. That's how he got his nickname, Wrong Way Geflickenflocken.
Rose, how is this a story about faith?
Well, when he got back, it was the dead of winter. Tired and...
Every time we had a fight, toward the end, our place looked like Easter in Rotterdam.
It's good to see that you're not bitter.
Everybody, I'd like you to meet my future son-in-law. This is Dennis, the gorgeous doctor. Dennis, I'd like you to meet my best friends. This is Rose.
Hello, Rose.
Rose, a very large, expensive mistake.
Hello there.
Oh, hi. How did it go? Is your lizard still alive?
He just loved me. But then, of course, he would. I'm sophisticated, worldly, glamorous. But, you know, I don't know. Maybe he's just too down to earth and nice and decent for me. You know what I mean?
Yes. Couldn't live with any of those. Look, I am perfectly capable of attracting a man who is charming, good-looking, and interested in personal hygiene.
Are you gonna take this seriously or not?
Blanche, are you all right?
I'm stunned. I'm just stunned.
Honey, what's wrong?
Doesn't make any difference, Dorothy. I know what I have to do. In this case, I'm gonna put me first.
Ooh, now there's a radical shift in priorities.
Look, I just don't feel like making this kind of emotional investment.
But Blanche...
No, you don't understand. I lost one man I loved when George died. I just...
Is that a legal serve?
Everybody seems to be having such a good time.
You know, the more you stare at everyone, the more natural it seems.
Yes, I have been thinking exactly the same thing. Hey, why don't we just put our inhibition...
sign of Rose?
Not yet.
You know, Dorothy, I'm a little nervous. I mean, Rose was on those pills for 30 years. Now, if 1 month in the hospital has really helped her kick the habit, she may not be the same Rose we know. I mean, she may be an entirely different person. I know because it happened.
Excuse me, Crystal Carrington.
Blanche is going to be surprised. It's lucky I accidentally found out today's her birthday. Blanche, what's wrong?
Nothing. I just want to go soak in a hot bath and forget all about today.
Oh, okay.
No.
So you got a terrific smile.
Yes.
You're smart and thoughtful, so you've got beautiful eyes.
Yes.
And you're a music lover, so you've probably got a big behind.
No.
Just...
What?
Well, unless you mind. Oh, I guess I should have asked you first. I can just call him and cancel.
Oh, Blanche, don't be ridiculous. I mean, why should I object?
Well, he was your husband, Dorothy.
Was. We're divorced, remember? He left me for a woman half Blanche's age.
You hear? I want an all-expenses-paid honeymoon trip to Paris, France.
Oh, my God. Rosen Island?
Yes?
Does this mean that you and Miles...
Yes?
That you and Miles are getting married?
No.
Well, then, what in hell do you want an all-expenses-paid honeymoon for? There in all my nakedness and asked him for a romp?
Right. I was wondering if maybe you were too direct.
In what way?
How can I explain this? Okay. You see this little possum in my...
Hey, fella, your flyer's open.
Girls, look. Self-portrait by Jasper de Kimmel.
Dorothy, that picture has 3 noses.
Oh, I'm so glad that you find my...
And when you tell her...
Oh, I'm not telling her anything.
Well, she's your friend. You've got to tell her.
Oh, no, I don't. The last time a friend's sweetheart made a pass at me, I lost my friend, Anderbo.
Anderbo?
That's right, Anderbo Johnson. Clyde Whitehead, Anderbo's beau, decided he wanted to see my cheerleader sweater from the inside.
It's an ancient recipe, but I Americanized it.
Yeah, so one might say you brought Geflerkenerken into the 80s?
Yes, but I'm not one to blow my own Vertuvenflugen.
I can't even reach mine.
Biggest mistake I ever made.
You're right, Aunt Dorothy. You can't trust people. Joey just told me about some of the things that went on at his bachelor party.
Bachelor parties can be fun.
Aunt Blanche?
Darling, you look lovely.
Oh, yeah.
Look, Rex and I have had lots of nice dates together. Maybe he's a little unpredictable, but that's what makes him so exciting. That and these.
I wish Miles was more unpredictable. I know where I'm going every night.
In a malt shop, the greatest pleasure you can get is slurping up what's left in the blender.
Is it any wonder I never breastfed her?
Passion.
Okay, see you mañana, ladies.
Wait a minute. Where are you going? You've only been here 10 minutes.
So what? I'll be back tomorrow.
Ernie, listen to me and listen good. If you walk out that door right now, you can forget about ever coming back. I sound like I'm on Ryan's Hope.
Look, you've won. I'm begging you, take off the curse, will you? My golf clubs are missing. My clocks are all wrong. I can't sleep. I can't eat.
You can't sit.
That too. Please take it off.
Move the tree.
It'll be out of here tomorrow.
You got a deal.
5'7". You're not the only one with Aunt Regina's phone number.
Damn MCI.
The thing.
What is this, the Spanish Inquisition? Look, I don't have to defend myself. If I want to see Glenn, I'll see Glenn. Look, Rose made this for her daughter. Now, you know you're not supposed to eat it until she gets here.
Oh, please, there's enough food here to feed my entire village in Sicily.
Blanche.
Oh, dear, Dorothy, can you help me to the chair? Oh, my back gave out.
I figured that would have been about the third thing to go.
Honey, what happened? Started hitting him with your purses?
Hey, he was cheating on me.
He got off easy. Back in Sicily, if Uncle Bruno had heard about this, boy, would he have been in hot water.
Ooh, what would Uncle Bruno have done to him?
You're hard of hearing? She just told you. He would have put him in hot water.
Well, at least something good came out of this. You two are close again.
God, I wish I was dead.
Blanche, let's go get the hors d'oeuvre. Excuse us.
Oh, I have never been so embarrassed in my entire life. I made a fool of myself, didn't I?
Yes.
Well, I feel awful, just awful. Beautiful eulogies. And then, just as the minister was getting everybody in a frenzy of grieving, I rushed out and said, "Yoo-hoo, it's me, Blanche. I'm not really dead." Well, the next thing I knew, my daddy was horsewhipping that riverboat captain and dragging me off to a religious girls' school in Atlanta.
Beatlemania? You're giving up a date for Beatlemania?
Oh, Rose, the Beatles were the first and only rock and roll group that I ever really loved. When they came to Shea Stadium, I managed to get a ticket, but one of my kids came down with the flu. It was one of those times when you have to pretend that you love your kid.
Oh, a beauty queen. And you will waste no more of my time.
Oh, yeah?
Go easy on him, Rose.
What a terrible man.
I know, but listen, let's not let him ruin our evening. We can still enjoy all this art.
Dorothy's right.
I could have sworn. I would have bet my life on it.
Oh, Ma, there are so many memories in this apartment. Don't be so down. You remember the day you brought Phil back from the hospital? I was a little upset because that was the day Pop usually took me to the zoo. Well, it was the racetrack, but he called it the zoo.
Well, if you're as friendly as your skies are, I'd sure love to get together sometime. All right. Bye. I have a flight to Atlanta first thing tomorrow morning.
Blanche, honey, are you sure that you...
I don't know what to do.
That's the point. If you're not sure, you can't change your mind tomorrow. You wanted me to be here for your death. How about letting me be here for your life?
Like a friend.
Like a best friend.
By yourself.
Rose, all my life I've done everything I wanted to do. Nothing's ever stood in my way before. For the past 6 months, that's how I've been trying to deal with everything. I thought that I could overcome this thing by myself. I guess that deep down inside, I thought I could make it go away.
Bobby, let's go. The exchange is going down. Move it.
What's going on?
Mr. McDowell, there's no time to explain. You just get on the floor and stay there. Is that clear? On the floor now.
This is why I didn't tell you about this in the first place. You are always criticizing me. You are always judging me. You are always telling me what to do. Well, this time I'm going to do what feels right for me, and there's nothing you can say that'll make me feel guilty about it.
Boy, I wish I'd married Bing Crosby when I had the chance.
Terrible, Angela. Does that mean you're all alone back in Sicily? No, I have a goat.
No, it's really a shame you and Ma don't live closer to each other.
Dorothy is right. How many years do we have left? 20, 30? We should live in the same town.
You want to come back to that little village in Sicily?
Please.
It's so hard to know what to leave here and what to put in storage.
What are you doing, Rose?
Oh, I was just going through the change.
Well, that explains the puffiness.
All right, that's it. I'm sick of this. I am not puffy. And there's no similarity between me and the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Which one's a slut?
Rose, it is not here.
Look again, it has to be.
Rose, I have read every want ad in the paper. Mine is not here. Are you sure you dropped it off at the newspaper office?
Dorothy, you around the set.
Come on, honey. We don't want to keep our dates waiting.
Wait, Blanche, honey, aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, no, I never wear underwear.
I mean my jewelry.
Oh, forget it. Why paint the peacock?
Your sister... Great news. I stopped by the courthouse this morning and got a copy of our property map. The tree definitely belongs to Mr. Barton, and it is his responsibility to remove it.
Play it safe. Stick with the curse.
Oh, no. Well, I've stayed with you all these years.
Nothing at all. Back in St. Olaf, our justice system is very progressive. Their motto was, use a gun, go apologize. I'll get it. Where is he gonna stay?
Well, he can take my room. I'll double up with Ma.
Well, I was gonna stay with you. My cousin Milo's coming, don't you remember? He's gonna be in town for the 14th annual Hog Expo.
Is it the 14th annual already? It seems just like for a while. I don't think Blanche or Rose spotted the jacket either.
I don't believe it. That's Ida Perkins.
What?
That's Ida Perkins. What the hell is she doing here?
Were you kidding me about being from Minnesota?
Absolutely not. I spent...
Rose, how could you do that? Don't you know what's going to happen? This is going to end up in all the tabloids. I can see it now, right next to Woman Gives Birth to Doc Severinsen and look-alike. Dorothy Zbornak meets spacemen.
Why do you get all the credit?
Girls!
Come on, Rose. Why aren't you ready?
I'm not going.
How come?
Well, Miles might be there, and I don't know.
Oh, now, Rose, don't say you're going to feel stupid. You are not stupid. You just... march to a different drummer?
Yeah, the little wind-up monkey. Bang.